Yeah, that's super cool because that makes me, I definitely, when you put your cameras on, it makes me remember you from last year. Some of you are new, and so I don't recognize you. So my name is really long. You can call me Mrs. G for now. And later on, we'll talk about how long my name is. Maybe some of you remember how we drew pictures to remember it, but that's for another time. But today, guess what? Today, there are two other teachers in the room right now. Mr. Martinez, we see him there. Yeah. And we see Mrs. Stevens. And they are going to be students today, just like you guys. They're going to learn a new tool. And anytime we learn something new, it's kind of like riding a bike. The first time we get on a bike, we fall over, you know, we can't balance, we don't know how to brake. Well, I'm kind of doing that too. I am teaching something for the first time. So I think I'm going to learn a lot, and I'm just going to say, be patient with me because, again, it's like riding a bike. So I'm going to do my very, very best today, and I want you to do your best too. So today, we're going to learn a tool that you're going to probably use throughout the whole year. And it's going to involve some drawing. So some of you are going to have to learn how to draw a little bit on this. It's also going to involve color. It's also going to involve letters. And later on, it will involve some pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like first. And I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like kind of on the teacher end and the student end. So I'm going to share my screen first. And what I'd like you all to do is just really watch, because it's going to be like I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to have you try it. But I'm going to show a couple things before I let you try it. All right? So you guys ready? Can you give me a thumbs up? Are you ready? Okay. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. Ms. Stevens has to do this too. And Mr. Martinez has to do this too. So Mr. Martinez has to do this with Mrs. Stevens. And we're going to see if they can do as good a job as you can do. All right? All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to present my entire screen.
So make sure you pin her right now. So her screen is what you're seeing. So pin her, please.
So what you're seeing right here is a whiteboard kind of thing. If you kind of do a thumbs up if you see a whiteboard and you kind of see, excellent. On the right side, you're seeing a student kind of view. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on the student side. This is the student side, and this is the teacher side. So what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to zoom in, zoom, 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 zoom. And these are different tools. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use these tools. I'm going to start off by showing you how to use the pencil tool, all right? And then I'm going to have you join it. And then I'm going to see every single one of your work. So I'm going to see it, and I'm going to pick some of your work too. So I'm going to start off with the pencil tool. So I'm going to click on the pencil tool, and then I think I might pick a color. So you can see right here, there's color. So wow, look at all those colors. Well, since I'm a duck fan, I have to go with green today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see, oh, there's a nice green. I'm just going to click on that, okay? So now I can see that this is green. So I can actually see what color I'm on, which is super cool. And I can see that I'm on the pencil tool. I can even make the pencil bigger. So if I click on that, I can make it a little thicker. So I'm going to kind of put it in the middle, just like that. Now, I am going to draw something. And I'm going to have you do the same thing in a minute. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just draw. Kind of reminds me of like those corn mazes that you see during this time of year. Can everybody see my green kind of circles in there? Yes, can you see that? Okay, that's pretty cool. But let's say that I did something wrong. I might want to do it over again. So you know in Google Docs that we can undo it if we want to. So if I click on that, I can undo it. And if I want it to come back, I can redo it. Undo, redo, okay? All right, now I am going to erase everything because I'm going to have you guys try to do this in a minute. So I'm going to go over here. I see this little red tool that kind of looks like an eraser on a whiteboard. I'm going to click on that. And it has a lot of different options, but I'm going to go down to the bottom one. I'm just going to go to the trash can, and it's going to delete everything, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I am going to give you a special link, and when I give you that link, I'm going to put it in the chat, all right? So I want you to notice up here. Notice up here that you have Miss Stevens, and then you have your whiteboard. And then you also have, and I'm going to pull this over, you also have this. And we know that the meeting always has the red dot, right? So I see 3 different tabs, and that's really important because we are going to end up going to this orange one in a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the meet, and I'm going to go to the chat, and I'm going to put down here, I'm going to paste this link in. When I put it in, you're going to click on it, and you're going to put your name in here. So I'm just going to put in super student, but you're going to put your name and you're going to join our class. So here I go. I'm going to paste this down, and I'm going to send it to you. So you all should be looking up at the chat, and in a moment, you're going to see this right here. You're going to click on it. Then you won't see me anymore, but you're going to have to put your name in and join the class. So can I have everybody click on that whiteboard link and then write your name in and join the class? Same thing with Miss Stevens. Same thing with Mr. Martinez. And Miss Stevens, if anything goes awry, you can always turn your mic on, let me know. But wow. Okay, I see a lot of you are in here now. I see like Afton is in there, and I see that Haley's in there, and I see a lot of other people in here right now. All right, which is awesome. Now, Archer, I don't want you to draw anything because see, I can see your work. So Archer, if you would use the trash can or the eraser tool and get rid of your work, I would appreciate it, or undo. Okay. Now, Aiden, I don't want you to draw either. So here's the deal, you guys. I can see everything that you're doing. So part of being a student is really being respectful and following directions, because it's showing that you're being respectful and you're doing what we're asking you to do. So now what I'm going to do is there's going to be a little green button at the top that says toggle your teacher whiteboard. And when you click on that toggle your teacher whiteboard, you're going to see a blank piece of paper above yours, and that's going to be mine. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to draw a different color, and I'm not going to tell you what color it is. And I'm going to draw it, and you are going to draw my shape. So that means you're going to have to go to that green line up above that says toggle teacher whiteboard. So I'm going to draw it. I'm going to pick a color, and I'm going to draw a shape. And let's see if you can try and do what I just did. Now, I just drew something. You can't see it unless you click on that green kind of bar. And if you click on that bar, you're going to see mine above yours. All right? So here it is. I just clicked on it, and I just put it out there. And I see Alec is doing it. Mr. Martinez. I see, it looks like C or Sa. I see Christian is doing it. I see Mrs. Stevens is doing it. Now, if you can't see what you're supposed to do, remember there's that green bar. It says toggle teacher whiteboard. It looks like a little person. Oh, I see Harshil in there, I think. Sorry if I'm saying your names wrong. James is doing it. Karina is doing it. Now, as I'm watching you put it in, some of you are doing different colors, which is fine, but I'm going to show you how you can do it so it's my color.
Mrs. G, Addison had a question.
Okay. Addison, you want to turn your mic on?
How do you draw it? Like, where's my paper? I can't see, like, anything. Like,
You
I
can't
tried
see
to draw,
anything?
but Nothing shows up.
So, yeah, go ahead and share your screen. I'll stop presenting.
Okay.
And let's have her present her screen. And Farron, thanks for being patient. We'll get right back to you.
Okay. Can you see my screen? I can't hear.
I can see your screen now. Yes, I can see it. Okay. You know, I have to tell you, I really appreciate Addison. She knows how to share her screen. She was troubleshooting, and she's just going to pop back in. Sometimes that happens on computers. And this is a new tool, and so I'm learning it. So I'm going to go, I'm going to share.
Farron has her hand
Oh,
up.
yeah. Thank you, Ms. Stevens. Farron, did you have a question?
Yeah. How do you make the line bigger? Because mine wouldn't let me do that.
Okay. So, and remember, you guys, when I'm teaching and I'm showing two different things. So I'm gonna show my entire screen, and I'm gonna go back to the red dot. And so if you need to see what I'm doing, you're gonna go to the tab that has the red dot at the top. So I'm up here, and I'm going to show her how I did this. So I'm over here as a student. And I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger so you can see. So I'm going to pretend like I'm a student, just like you. And so the way I changed the size is there's kind of a little gear right there. And so if I pick my color and I pick this, and then I click on this, I can make this bigger by going like that. And when I do that, it makes it a little bit bigger. So when I drag whatever it is that I'm doing, it's bigger. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for asking that. I'm going to also show you a little trick as well. So now I know that as a teacher, if I go to my whiteboard, I can see, wow, a lot of different things in here. I see Selena. I see Christian doing a green one, but he's got some kind of black thing in the middle. I'm going to show you a little trick, all right? So I want everybody to go to the red dot tab. Hopefully everybody's watching this because this is kind of cool, all right? And if you're not watching it, I can't make you watch, so you're gonna lose out, all right? And I'm gonna be able to see it. So here's what I'm gonna show you. I can see all of your work up here, and I'm gonna go to my whiteboard. Here's a little tip. There's a tool up here. It looks kind of boring, but it's actually very powerful. And if I click on it, you can see that it's orange. And if I kind of just drag around this like this, it makes it movable. And it also makes it smaller or bigger. But look at this. Some of you had the wrong color. Some of you had blue. Look, I can change it. But I cannot change it unless I go to this tool. I'll do this again. I'm going to undo this. And I'm going to make sure that I'm clicked on the arrow. And then I'm going to drag. I'm going to click. I'm going to almost like casting a net. I'm casting a net right here. And I'm going to now go to the color palette right here. And I'm going to pick maybe blue. So here's what I want all of you guys to do. I want you to use that button, that arrow, and I want you to change your triangle to blue. And I'm going to look at your work down below. All right, so I see Miss Stevens is on it. Archer is doing it. Looks like Henry's already got his there. I can see that some people, and this is great because you're just experimenting. Today there is nothing you can do except for tuck. Tuck. You're totally not doing what you should be. So, you know, it'd be a bummer if I had to kind of like not have you participate. So fix it for me, delete it, and fix it for me. You are in charge of your own destiny. And I say that because if you're doing the right thing, then it's like, cool, I'm going to take you anywhere you want to go. If you're not, it's kind of like when you drive a car, and if you're speeding and you get a ticket, well, we might have to have a conversation. So I just want to say thank you to all the people who are doing their best. I don't expect it to be perfect, but you're doing your best. And now I'm going to show Mr. Martinez and Miss Stevens a really cool trick. So Miss Stevens and Mr. Martinez, because you might be using this tool later, if you would just make sure that you can see my screen at the meet, that would be great. So what I'm going to show them is if they make their own whiteboard, they can go up here. I don't want you to go up here. You won't be able to do this, but I can clear all of the students' work. So I'm going to do that, you guys. It's like a magic trick. If you've ever heard of a magician and they go hocus pocus and they snap their fingers and everything disappears, that's what I'm going to do. So are you ready for this? Because here I go. Because we're going to do another tool. I want everybody to watch. Here I go. I'm going to clear all of them. I'm erasing. Oh, everybody go back to the meet. Everybody go back to the meet. Go to the red dot. Okay, and I'm looking at Addison. Addison, can you talk here for me?
I'm back. I need the link to see if
Oh, thank you, my dear. Gosh, you know
I got it. I got it.
Okay, I got it.
There we go.
You know what I love about Addison? She's like Survivor. She'd be great on that TV show Survivor, you know, where it's like all these things happen and you have to get through all these obstacles and she survives. I love it. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I want everybody to watch what I'm going to do because I'm going to show you a new tool. And you're going to try to do it and you're going to watch super carefully, okay? We use those explorer kind of brains. Watch carefully. Stay on my meet because I'm going to demonstrate it and then I'm going to have you do it. Okay, here I am. And I am going to, on my whiteboard, I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to go up here to the eraser tool and I'm going to clear everything. Yours should be empty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these tools up here. There's a square and a circle. And when I click on the square, it's going to do whatever color I want. So I'm going to pick a different color. This time I'm going to use a Kennedy color because I know you guys are the advocates and your color is red. And I want you to watch because there's a couple different things in the tools here. If I click on the tools, you can see there is a color inside and there's a color outside right here. So if I pick red and maybe the outside I want to be black so it's like a blazer color. And maybe I make it just a little bit bigger. Watch what happens when I click here. I get this kind of a cross, and when I drag it across, I get that. All right, so I used this tool. I clicked on here and I picked fill it up, fill the inside and the outside. And I'm going to have you go back to your whiteboard and you are going to try to make a red rectangle with a black kind of perimeter. All right, so I'm going to go look at your stuff right now. I'm going to go and look at your stuff and see. Oh, I see Evelyn is in there. Evelyn is the first one in. Christian, you need to fix yours, okay? I know you're, thank you. Christian, good choice. I love that. Christian was kind of doing a different thing. And Brody, I know you're experimenting with a different background, but you need to change that. You might need to use your trash can on that.
No, I said it by accident.
Okay. Thank you, Brody, for explaining that. That's perfect. Look at all these things happening. I love it. Look at you guys. You guys are going to be, oh, I cannot wait to use this tool with you guys. This is awesome.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, what is Miss Stevens doing?
Wow, no.
Where are you, Miss Stevens? I'm
What
trying
can I
to
do with it?
Well, I'm clicking on my square, but I don't, my color wheel went away.
Okay,
And I just don't know how to get it back. Oh,
Well,
there we go. There we go. Got it.
oh, see, I love it. I was going to make her kind of,
Do it. I clicked on it and it won't work.
let's see. Do you want to share your screen with me while everybody else is working on theirs real quick?
Okay.
Okay. Addison, are you still having a problem?
Yes, I can. I see there's no paper for
Oh
it.
my goodness gracious. Okay. So Addison, I'll tell you what. I want you to just watch, okay? Learn as much as you can and then I'll connect with you, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. So, James, are you having a problem too?
Yeah, when I click on the square, it won't work.
Okay. So it looks like some of you guys are having the same kind of issue, all right? So I'm going to go back and show you real quick just a couple things here. I'm going to use this tool right here. I'm going to use the arrow tool, all right? And when I do that, you can see that I can click on this. I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to clear both. So if you need to clear both, you can always go to that little eraser tool. And Brody, if you have a background that you don't like, you can go to that eraser tool and you can get rid of it, okay? So you should be able to click on it at least once like that. Those of you who are having a problem. So you maybe go to your arrow and then click on your square and then try doing it again, okay? Sometimes just trying it again helps, or even refreshing. If you need to refresh, you can do that too, okay? And what we'll find out today is we'll find out how many of you guys were able to do things and what things you weren't able to do, and we'll learn from it, and then we will teach you more once we learn from it too, okay? Okay, now I'm going to give you about 2 more minutes. I'm going to show you one other tool as you're doing this, okay? So I'm going to give you I'll give you 2 minutes. Make sure that you have your square. If you want to do something while you're waiting, I want you to use the arrow tool and see if you can change the inside color to yellow. See if you can do that. And Addison, you're just gonna have to just watch, you know. I'll go over here and I'll show you, Addison, okay? So you can see it. But I'm going over here and I'm gonna, oh, look at this. Some of you guys are doing it so fast. I love it. I love it. So Addison, if I was gonna do this, I would make sure that I clicked on my arrow because you have to select it to affect it. And I know that I selected it because it has that little circle in there. And once I select it to affect it, I can then pick the colors that I want. And I can change the colors to yellow. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at your work and see where we are. Okay, looks like Mr. Martinez needs to work on his colors a little bit. Miss Stevens does too. Hey, Tuck, if you need to change your background, this is how you do it. So if you need to go back to the meet recording to see this, Tuck, you can do this. Go back to the red dot. And if you have a weird background, what Tuck had done is he picked kind of a weird background, I think, like this. Right? So if you have a background like this, you can't undo that, unfortunately. It only does this. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go back to your eraser tool and you're going to say, clear both the background and the foreground, that little trash can, and you're going to have to just start and do a new one. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to do one more thing. So I want everybody to go back to their Google or their Google Meet, the red dot. Okay?
Hey, excuse me, Mrs. G. Silas.
Yes, Silas?
It won't, I went on the cursor key thing and it won't let me unchange the color to yellow.
Okay. So Silas, why don't you share your screen real quick? This is good for me to learn. So he's going to share his screen real quick.
Sure.
We're going to take a look, and then I'm going to give you one more challenge. And then we'll be done. This one is more of a creative challenge, so we'll see if you guys can do it afterwards. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so you clicked on the arrow tool. Thank you. You guys are doing a great job. Now click on your red triangle. Or your red rectangle, I'm sorry. So down below. Yeah, there you go. Now go back to your there. Yes. Click there. So remember, here's what I want you all to say. If you can, and I'm looking at you all right now. I'm going to say, select it to affect it, and I want you to just mouth that with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Select it to affect it. Okay? Because if you don't select it, the computer doesn't know. All right, so you have to select it. So he selected his rectangle and then he affected it by picking a different color. Okay, here's my last one. Okay, you can stop sharing now. Thank you. Everybody needs to be on the red dot, and I'm going to show you. This is going to be kind of complex. Miss Stevens, are these guys like hard workers?
These guys are great workers.
Okay, because I'm gonna do this with another class too, and I'm gonna see if they can do it. So
Miss Stevens is competitive. We all better to get on it. We all better do it right.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna create. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go to the eraser tool, and actually I'm gonna get rid of all of yours. I'm gonna make them all blank. So I'm gonna clear all yours real quick. And now I'm gonna do mine. So I'm gonna clear mine. And I am going to first start off with the A tool, and we know that that has to do with letters. So I'm gonna click right here. And when I click on that, it's orange. So when I click, I'm gonna say Mrs. G. And I might wanna change the color. So I might go here and I might pick, I can do an I gotta do green and yellow. So the fill is going to be green. No, it's gonna be yellow. And the outline is going to be green. All right, and I'm going to just make the line width a little bit bigger right here. Oops, I need this one to be yellow. And the outline needs to be green. Okay, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Oh, it keeps changing both of them. Why is it doing that? There we go. Okay. So anyway, hold on a minute there. I got to go back to that. My line width is too big. I'll just leave it there. Okay. So I have Miss G here, and I'm going to make it kind of bigger. If it gets these crazy things on it, it's because my fill line is too big. So, I might want this line width to be just a little bit small. I'll just keep it down. There we go. So here's my name. I'm going to draw something, and you're going to put your name on yours, and I'm going to draw something, and I'm going to use the pencil tool. I'm gonna just ask Karina real quick. She's got a question, and then I have to leave because I know Miss Stevens has some other things to do. But Karina, would you turn your mic on real quick and ask me your question?
How do you do the writing? Like, how do you write your name?
Okay, so if you want to watch this, if anybody is not sure how to do your name, I want you to go to the red dot tab at the top. So I'm gonna go up here to mine. And I'm going to select mine to affect it, and I'm going to delete just that right there. So I'm going to delete just that. I'm going to use the eraser tool. I think that's what I want to do. Oh, no, wait a minute. I can just use this, I think. There we go. Did you see that? I'm going to show that to you again if you missed that. What I did is I didn't actually use the eraser tool because the eraser tool kind of gets rid of everything if I want. But if I select this, I use the arrow tool, I can use the little trash can to delete just one thing. So I'm going to delete that. So here's how if you're on the red dot, here's how I made my letters. I made sure that I went to the A tool right here. And then I picked this little settings tool. That kind of gear lets me change things. And so I can change different fonts if I want to. Fonts are like different kinds of handwriting. And I can make it a little bigger or smaller. But these are the most important. Fill is filling it up. So if I want to have a blue inside, blue inside, and the outside I want it to be pink. It's changing. Mine is changing them a lot. I don't know why that's doing that, you guys, so I might have to kind of try a couple different things. But this one right here is kind of, you don't want to make this really big, because it gets really goofy. So I would just move this over just a little bit, and you can kind of see that it's at 5 right now. So let's see what that looks like. So again, I'm on the A tool, and I get this little kind of jumping jack thing. And when I click, I can type in Mrs. G. When I click outside it and take the selection tool, I can make it bigger. Okay? So it's really clicking on the A tool, clicking the tools that you want. This one is showing me even more after I do it, which is kind of interesting, but I can make it smaller. And this is kind of cool because this shows me, ooh, this is awful. That looks a little bit better. that looks even better. So kind of selecting to affect it is kind of a cool thing here, okay? Okay, I'm gonna look at all yours real quick. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna look at everybody. So I'm looking down, Afton, nice. Oh, look at all these. I love, you guys, look at how different every one of yours are. I love this. So what's really cool about this, Austin, nice. Archer, Chuck, I like it. This one looks like he's a little munchkin guy that just kind of like, you know, the little tiny ones that are out in the field that you can't see because they're hidden by leaves. So I can see so many great things. Karina's on there. Selena's on there. Silas, great job. Great job. All right, so you can keep working on that. As long as you can hear me, you can keep working on it. That's fine. So Miss Stevens and Mr. Martinez, I'm going to just stop right now, but I'm going to just show you something important because Mr. Martinez, I know he likes music, and there's all sorts of things you can do with music with this. But what I'm going to show Miss Stevens is Miss Stevens, if you look at the red dot, I'm going to just demonstrate something for you real quick, and then we'll leave. So Miss Stevens, what's really cool about this, if I want to, I can save all of their work. So all of this work that's down here, if I want to save it, I can do that. And only teachers can do this as far as saving them all. So if I click on this, what I can do is right here, I can save all of the whiteboards that are there. So before I leave today, I am going to save all of the whiteboards. Okay, and that way you can save it and give it to or print it out if you want to. Okay, all right. So everybody go right back to the red dot. I know you guys are into the drawing. Okay, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your hand and I want you to make a fist. So I'm looking at everybody right now. Okay, so turn your video camera on. All right. So fist to 5, okay? What this means is fist means I don't understand how to use the drawing tools at all, okay? 1 means I think I understand it. 2 means I do understand all the tools. And 5 means like I am an expert. I think I can do this, okay? So kind of tell me where you are right now. So I see fist means, okay? But I see some 5s up there. And it's okay if you're a 3, because look at Miss Stevens is a 3 right now. And she's still learning. I see a 2, okay. And I see a 1 down there, awesome. So here's what we're going to do. Miss Stevens will use this again because she might want you to show us a math problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop today. And I want you to, I just want to thank all of you. This means thank you in sign language. So I'm going to go thank you to all of you. Thank you. Some of you are saying thank you back. That makes my heart so happy. And because you were so great, Miss Stevens, can I come back another time?
You certainly may. How about Thursday?
Oh, how many people would like to have me come back Thursday? Yes? Okay. And hopefully by Thursday we have, you know, Addison taken care of. So, okay. Well, Miss Stevens, I am going to leave, but I'm sure you have instructions that you need to say. And I'm going to send, I'll tell you what, I will keep the whiteboard up for just about maybe 10 more minutes if they want to finish their pumpkins, and then I'll share it with you later, okay?
Okay. And then you got to tell me how I'm going to help Addison because I don't know.
I will reconnect with you.
And then the people that don't have it, let's write them down too so we can figure out why they don't have it. Hey, you guys, in 3 minutes, it's science. I want you to get up right now. I want you to stretch. I want you to make sure you have your science journal out, but get up, go for a walk, do some jumping jacks. Go be back here in 3 minutes. All right. I'll turn some music on. 3 minutes. Take a break. Alexa, play Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
Get up and move. Take a break. Get up, get up, get up. Archer, you get up. You were laying down. Make sure you get up and move, please. Flow, and your brain needs a little energize.